Hey there guys, this is Reckles with WTBGold. Today, we're gonna start what is hopefully a new Heroes of the Storm series where on the first of each month, or around there, we cover the best builds for Soloqueue for the month before. I've been tracking this for a few months now and been having a lot of fun with it personally. All these builds have an average win rate of 68%, so if you want to find a new favorite hero or learn a new OP build, then here you go. Alright, let's do this, guys. So, what are we doing here? How does all this work? Well, generally, people go on Hotslogs and see the overall hero win rate, and they just make a big fuss about it. But, you know, these numbers include all builds, all combinations of talents, and honestly, some of those talents and heroes are heavily weighted down by bad builds. For instance, Falstad, consistently super strong pick. But only if you buff Hammering at level 1 and then get Flow Rider plus Airy Gust at 13 and 16 so you can throw out more Hammerings. If you take out those talents, you're gonna lose a lot more, and when those losses are recorded, it pulls his overall win rate down to 50%. So, we're looking at every game from the past month and comparing only the best builds. With that out of the way, let's look at the biggest winners and the biggest losers this month. Alright, biggest losers. These are people who had their win rate fall from the month before. Number 5, we have Cho. He fell off 5% from last month, where actually Cho'gall had the second highest win rate. The best builds have been a little different than traditional ones that you might have used, with Cho building fully into Surging Fist for just a super powerful engage and disengage, and then Gall building into Sustain with mass orbs and making those orbs shield. My guess is that Anub'arak's just huge silence really hurt the Ogre's survivability. Number 4, a noob's best build last month was 72%, building Beetles and AoE damage. This month, building Burrow and Impale still has a healthy 68% win rate, but that is a big drop-off. Number 3, Artanis also dropped considerably. His build is the same, talenting into Dash early game and then Blades for late game, but his win rate fell 5%. Noticing a trend, warriors are not as powerful as they used to be. Number 2, we got Zeratul, who fell 7%. I don't know what happened here, honestly. Did everyone suddenly figure out how to see stealth? My guess is no, and I'll tell you why a little bit later in the video. Number 1, the biggest loser this month is poor Tyrande, whose highest win rate build for both months, going full healing and then speccing into True Shot Aura, dropped from 75% win rate, one of the highest, to 67. Alright, now the winners. These are the people whose win rate climbed the most this past month. Rehgar climbed 4%, and his best build changed from building Totem and Lightning Shield to speccing into Wolf more. This shift actually surprises me because we're kind of in a burst them down from range meta, so you'd think shields would be more valuable, but I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm curious. Number 4, mentioning burst them down from range. This is the second month that DPS Malfurion is the highest win rate for Mal. And more people must be trying it out because this build jumped from 68% to 74% win rate. Number 3, the third biggest winner this month is Illidan, who's been hunting around for a buff for a while. It's the same build you're used to, but with Unending Hatred at 1, Hunter's Onslaught at 7, and the Hunt as his ult. This combo actually also earned him a spot as the number 3 highest win rate, but we'll get there. Number 2, Sergeant Hammer climbed 7% this month, and her best build switched from being full range to speccing a little bit more into Invisihammer. And the biggest win rate improvement this month is a secret because it's also the number 1 best build. And you know, I gotta get y'all to watch the whole video somehow, right? So, before we get into best builds though, the worst deserve a mention. While all of these heroes had positive win rate builds, the best talent choices for kael'thas, Zeratul, Gul'dan, Chromie, Sylvanas, and Medivh were all 6 to 9% lower than average. I don't know, it's really interesting to me to see former first picks like kael'thas, Zeratul, Syl suddenly be at the bottom of the barrel. I don't know, it's interesting. Let's get into it though. Hands up, here are the best builds for Soloqueue for the past month. Number 5, Malfurion, Moonburn, Vengeful Roots, Strangling Vines, and Twilight Dream. There was a significant amount of time where Twilight Dream wasn't just mentioned as a joke, but was unanimously considered the worst ultimate in the game. I don't know, someone must have spread the word that a nuke with a 3-second silence detached on a character that can then lock down an entire team in position maybe has its place in the game. It makes me so happy though to see DPS Malf suddenly be viable. There's not a lot in Heroes of the Storm more fun than trolling someone and just killing them from halfway across the map with just moonfire after moonfire. Mentioning halfway across the map, our number 4 best build, maintaining a more than 74% win rate for 2 months in a row, is AZMODUNK. Now, with Taste for Blood, which used to be the go-to, you have an incentive not to hit heroes and instead build stacks. But with Sieging Wrath, you're rewarded for dealing damage to the enemy heroes. That's a good thing. We're also taking Army of Hell for easy mana-free lane pressure, Bound Minion and Forced Recruitment for crazy global presence throughout the game, and Battleborn, Hellforged Armor, and Demonic Invasion as an ultimate for strong, constant damage, not only in team fights, but also at towers. You know, with AZMODUNK, if you get to a keep, you press 3 buttons and the keep's just gone. There's nothing the enemy team can do about it. Number 3, Illidan spent a little bit of time this past year bordering on trash tier. Now, and before you get too upset, I'm just talking about the numbers here. I know you Illidan mains are a fussy bunch and know everything about everything. The traditional recommended Illidan build is Immolation, Friend or Foe, Reflexive Block, either Nimble Defender or Sixth Sense, and Marked for Death. Good, strong setup, you can't go too wrong with there. But to boost our win rate 15%, we're going to swap out level 1 for Unending Hatred, level 7 for Hunter's Onslaught, and level 16 for Fiery Brand. This build is so strong for Soloqueue specifically because, unlike competitive play, you're going to for sure find people out of position here and there, and with this build, they are dead, no question. Unless it's a Murky, and then don't mess with Murky if you're Illidan. Our number 2 best hero this month is another that's gone back and forth between being OP and trash, and we're talking about good old Sergeant Hammer. Her best build this month at 75.6% was Ambush at 1, Focused Attack at 4, First Aid, BFG, Giant Killer, Graduating Range, and Nexus Frenzy at 20 rather than Orbital Bullet. Now, it might surprise you that this build uses Graduating Range rather than Hover, since it's also the Ambush Focused Attack combo. But just remember that the sneaky Invisi-Hammer attitude, that's a gimmick. And as Amaz says, don't try to be cute, it doesn't ever work. Ambush gives a strong DPS boost when you siege, and that can do some amazing burst. It's also worth noting that a lot of her 65% plus win rate builds spec for Vigorous Assault at level 4. That's the one where basic attacks heal you. I'm just saying, try it out. It's really fun to just sit there and heal up. And finally, at number 1, mentioning just sitting there and healing up, we have the highest win rate hero in the game at 82% win rate. The big, bad Butcher. I love that Butcher is finally having his day. He has 12 different builds right now, over 70% win rate. He can get silenced and still heal off Anub'arak. Now, we're going to go for mostly a blood build. Grab the Abattoir, Blood Frenzy, and Nexus Blades for those massive, super fast auto attacks. But rather than getting Vittles at level 7,
Vittle.
we're taking Insatiable Blade for more healing and a little bit of mobility. Lamb to the Slaughter, Brutal Strike. This is the most you can self-heal with as a Butcher. But just remember, with all this mobility and self-sustain, you're still not a tank. Please don't 1v4, or, you know, if you do, film it. And finally, here's a lightning round of all the cool things I learned from this analysis. Nova has the 6th highest win rate by speccing into Pinning Shot and Bribe. Almost all of Kharazim's top talents chose Insight rather than his damage boost or healing punches. Nazeebo's best build for 2 months straight chose Blood Ritual rather than Death Ritual. Rexxar didn't make the cut, but he was the 2nd best tank next to Diablo, and his lowest win rate build was still 59%. Like, you can't really go wrong with Rexxar right now. Either build him as a tank with Hungry Bear and Aspect of the Beast, or play as a specialist with Easy Prey and Birds of Prey. Zarya, she's super fun, build into her trait, and spec for CDR. That's all though, guys. I hope you have a great day. Have fun out there. Subscribe to the channel. If you're new here, just click the bear right there. And if you want me to turn this into a monthly series, please hit the like button. Tell me what you thought about it in the comments. I read every comment you write. And if you've already subscribed and want to support the channel even more, please check out my Patreon. I'd appreciate it. Anyway, see you guys tomorrow. Bye.